I learned through a process of elimination, of learning what not to do as opposed to what to do as a dad.
How did you work to avoid your success not dampening motivation or passion for your children?
We were always able to separate the professional responsibilities from the private ones. There are times you have to be, in public, and there's times that you shouldn't be in public. And we've always, when the kids were growing up, we protected that very, very specifically. But, my older kids grew up when I was just kind of like a guy working, not so much anybody in the real public eye. My younger kids, it was different for them. But early on, when they're little kids, you just try to be a guy who drives the carpool and picks them up after school and is around as much as possible. It's not easy, you don't win all the time, and you can't avoid some aspects of being in the public eye when you'd rather not be. But if you work at it and you always just you don't play into it too much, if you don't make it seem more important than it is. You can do okay for long enough.
Well, your son Colin, who's a successful actor, once said, he left it up to me. He didn't help me. I'm so grateful he did that because it made me a very grounded, a very down-to-earth individual who takes nothing for granted. Explain what the thinking was with that and kind of his with regards to his pursuit of the profession?
With two of my kids, Colin and also Chester, I saw them on stage the same age that I was when I thought, this is fun. I'd like to do more of this. And it was in school. And when they do it, there's just no denying that. And I told them both, I said, you could do this if you want. If you have the perseverance, you've got the goods. What I was able to do for both my kids was give them that first job on a movie. Colin was in That Thing You Do, and he had a line, and so he got his Screen Actors Guild card. Chester was in Larry Crown. He had a line. He got his Screen Actors Guild card. And after that, it's up to them. If you can't keep giving them jobs, because then the only jobs they have is under your auspices. So everything else is their pursuit. No one can do it for you. No one can hand you anything. They can literally hand you a fishing pole and say, get fishing. That's it. But I don't want to discount how impossible it is to get that first job that gives you a Screen Actors Guild card. That is the leg up I was able to give both those kids. But they had to want to do it. They had to say, I will take this and then go on from there. Thanks very much. And they both did. Colin's pursuit of that, it's blown me away. Sometimes I land on things that he did, and I just said, what did you do this for? Oh, I said, I did this for a friend of mine, blah, blah, blah. Didn't even know he was up to it.
How did you learn how to be a dad when the example you had, acted probably differently than you wanted to be as a father?
It was not a uniform process. I have 4 kids. Colin is in his 40s. My daughter Elizabeth is in her 30s. My son Chester just turned 30, and my son Truman is 24. I was a different dad for each one of those guys. I didn't know what I was doing. I learned through a process of elimination, of learning what not to do as opposed to what to do as a dad.